America's Most Wanted. John Walsh had a program for kids to learn what to do if somebody tried to grab them. And I watched that as a child. And I remember them doing a follow-up episode where one of the little girls, she was in elementary school, she was a pretty little blonde thing, and she was little bitty. She was probably just maybe like 7. Mm-hmm. And she was cool as a cucumber. And when they interviewed her, somebody in a car had tried to grab her. Wow. And she had been taught, you don't ever get in somebody's car, and you make noise and you scream and you bite and you kick and you fight. And she did. And that man drove that car down the road. She was dragged a little bit and she was fighting until she got away. And when they interviewed her, there was not a bit of fear on that child. She was very, very grounded. And she said, yeah, I knew exactly what to do. And I knew this guy was a bad guy and he was wrong. And so I fought and I wasn't going to get in his car. And you could just see the empowerment on this child. Like, this child is going to be so okay in this world because that child just learned through experience that she can handle herself, even with a big grown adult. And there is nothing that any other human being can say to another human being that gives that. And I think we're living through a time where parents think, if I just box up the right amount of safety and I tie it with a bow and I give it to my child's going to be okay in the world. And I wish that was true, but it's not. It is absolutely not true. So we have to stop parenting entire generations through the absolute worst case scenario of a murderer could grab you. And because we're thwarting their lives and their development because of a very rare worst case scenario at a time when every statistic out there thinks that that type of crime is lower than ever before in history, which is just, to me, another crazy layer mixed into this entire dynamic.